Addiction is a mental illness. Learn how to break free from the mind's autopilot. Imagine yourself waking up every day knowing what you're doing is hurting you, yet feeling powerless to stop it. Addiction can feel like your mind is controlling you, not the other way around. It makes you feel like you're a puppet on a string. But what if I told you there's a way to take back control? Keep viewing to learn how to run interference on your mind. Hi, and welcome to the channel. Today, we're going to dive into a life-changing perspective, seeing addiction as a mental illness. Science has determined that addiction is a mental disorder, as noted in the latest edition of the Mental Health Diagnostic Journal. If you or someone you know has ever struggled with addiction, you'll want to hear this. If this is for you or someone you know and love, please share this with them. Also, like and subscribe to our channel to get videos revealing insights into addiction and the physical, mental, and spiritual causes and cures. Today, we're going to explain how the brain operates on autopilot during addiction, and we will provide practical steps that you can use to interrupt that cycle and regain control. There has been a shift in the diagnosis of addiction from the lack of willpower to one of mental illness. Recent studies published in the Mental Health Diagnostic Journal are beginning to redefine addiction. It's now considered more than just a lack of willpower. It's seen as a chronic mental illness. When you're caught in addiction, your brain develops habits that override logic and self-control. How does this happen? When did you lose logic and the ability to control yourself? Undetected and unrealized by you, your brain became rewired. Addiction rewires the brain's reward system. Whether it's drugs, alcohol, gambling, or any other form of addiction, the brain becomes conditioned to crave the reward it gets from that behavior. Over time, craving becomes automatic, like a reflex. It's more than just a bad habit. It's the brain running on autopilot, acting without your conscious permission. As a result, your mind is now on autopilot. Your mind is running you instead of you running your mind. Think about how your mind works. Your brain is designed to make decisions quickly and efficiently by forming habits. And this is helpful in your everyday, like brushing your teeth, driving a car, and even tying your shoes. But when addiction takes hold, this system starts to work against you. The addicted brain becomes like a car stuck in cruise control. You may want to stop, but it feels like you have no brakes. Your mind creates loops of automatic thoughts and actions, where you feel compelled to repeat the behavior even when you know it's harmful. You might say, "Why can't I just stop?" The answer is that your brain has shifted into autopilot mode, where it's running the show without asking for your input. This is why addiction is now seen as a mental illness. It hijacks your brain's normal function. And if your brain is not operating normally, and you can't recognize or stop it, that's what we call mental illness. Learn how to interfere with the mind and take back control of your life. Okay, so how do you break free from this autopilot mode? The good news is that the brain is plastic. It can change. And here are 3 powerful methods to interfere with the mind and start regaining control. Method number 1 is practicing mindfulness meditation. By practicing mindfulness, you can train your brain to pause. The goal isn't to stop the cravings immediately, but to become aware of them. Each time you notice a craving, instead of reacting automatically, you can observe it. Become aware that it's this and starting to set your mind on autopilot. This awareness creates a gap between the thought and the action, giving you the chance to choose differently. The second method is using cognitive behavioral therapy, otherwise known as CBT. CBT helps you identify and challenge the negative thought patterns driving your addiction. It's like rewiring your brain on purpose. Instead of letting automatic thoughts push you into destructive behaviors, you can learn to question and replace them with healthier alternatives. Lastly, there's self-hypnosis, which is an extremely powerful tool. As we discussed in a previous video, self-hypnosis can help you tap into your subconscious mind, where your habits are stored. By using guided visualizations and affirmations, you can retrain your brain to create new, healthier habits. Hypnosis works by interrupting the mind's usual patterns, allowing you to regain control. You would do yourself a favor by watching the other videos on this channel that go more in depth into those methods. And don't forget to subscribe and share them with others in need. Let me share a quick story. A close friend of mine struggled with alcohol and drug addiction for years. She described it as if she were watching herself make terrible decisions but felt powerless to stop. It wasn't until she began using mindfulness and CBT that she started to notice a change. Slowly, she built the ability to pause before reaching for a drink. And over time, she gained control over her actions, and today, she's celebrating 3 years of sobriety. So now we come to the conclusion and give you the channels. Call to action. First, remember, addiction is a mental illness, and recognizing it as such is the first step to breaking free. Remember, your brain has incredible power to change, and you have the tools to make that happen. However you do it, whether through mindfulness, therapy, or even hypnosis, you can interrupt the mind's autopilot mode and regain control. So, begin today to put these practices into your daily routine, and your mind will have a new program to run. Good luck on your journey to recovery. If you found this information helpful, please like and subscribe for more content on overcoming addiction and mental health strategies. Let's spread the word that addiction is not a moral failing. It's a mental illness that we can overcome with the right tools. Here's the call to action. If you're ready to take the first step, I encourage you to check out other videos on YouTube for resources on mindfulness, CBT, and self-hypnosis. It's never too late to reclaim your life. Your mind doesn't have to control you. You can regain control of it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.